Today what I want to try to do is I want to try and move this battery over to here. And there's enough room for it right there. I need to figure out some sort of bracket. I think I have a bracket that might work. Like right here to here. Squish this thing back in there or something. I don't know, but it might work. Let me see. This thing right here. Ow! Shit's hot as hell. Somehow I'll work it to where it's, you know what I mean? Like, or I don't know. It looks like it's gonna be bolted right there just to keep it from moving sideways, because it's gonna sit right here, right here. And so I don't want it to move this way, but I also don't want to move it. This is gonna get moved. I'm not sure where I want it. I think it might actually literally go in the airbox when I put it over there where the battery is. My custom made airbox. Because these things are a lot. This is easy to waterproof. Just put some dielectric grease all over these things. You know what I mean? Like, that I have to do better wiring, but eventually I'll get this thing to where it's completely waterproof, to where I can get this thing pretty damn deep. So, I mean, in all honesty, you can't really get it higher than to here, maybe a little bit higher, but I'd like to get this battery moved to here at least. The battery cables were not long enough, the power thing, so I had to make a whole new one. So that's what I did. And this is my whole new battery cable that I made myself. This is type 6 gauge, and I figured that would be good enough for the wire that goes to the starter, or it goes to the fuse box, but then from there it goes to the starter. And this is what I bought. That's this stuff right here. It's all taped up. Is flex tubing, 5 foot for both of these. You can see that it keeps getting sucked back in there, but hold on. Okay, so I didn't crimp them, which is kind of sad because I mean I don't see it coming off really. I took a hammer to it, just flattened them both out, but I got this from O'Reilly's. You can get them from AutoZone or anything. Then I got the 2-inch wire, or 2 gauge with the other one. The wire that goes into it's considered 2 gauge. I don't see it as being 2 gauge. I see it as being maybe 4 gauge. But the guy at Home Depot said it was a type of 2 gauge. The other stuff that said it was also 2 gauge looked more 2 gauges thicker than this. But they didn't have 4 gauge for some odd reason. So I took that because it looks exactly like 4 gauge. So you can see that wire goes to the starter, and they both go to the battery cable right there. So this is 10 feet of material. That's exactly what I needed for it to be legitimately looking okay. And since the battery's going to be right here, battery terminals, it's going to go along the wall and then down to the starter. So that's what I'm going to do right now and get it clipped into the starter, and hopefully everything goes well. So I'm trying to... There's my old battery cable right here. You can see it right here. Old battery cable, new battery cable, obviously. You can see the length's a lot longer, like I just showed you guys. So I just took out that one, and I'm going to put the other one in. Battery's over there. Battery tray's already in mock-up position. There's the old battery area. It's going to be the airbox area now. I'm going to move this slightly forward, and I'm almost positive this isn't I'm going to try and get this off. I don't need this AC unit right there, so yeah, but it's coming along. Battery relocation is complete. You can see everything is removed on this side. Had to rewire everything. Hook that up to the battery cable, and this is the new battery cable. Had to come down and around. That thing was a real pain in the ass to get attached to the starter because of the way that wire is, because it was rolled when I bought it, and so it takes the form of the roll. And I wanted it to look nice so that it freaking went along the firewall. I mean, that's about as nice as I can get it to look. I think it looks okay. You can see the new cable, everything's installed. Everything's all hooked up. I hooked the negative terminal grounded it to the frame like it was, and then grounded it to the block like it was. So that one, so it's grounded, and then I had to run the wires that were attached to it over there, pull them back through, and then run them right here, the 3 wires. So let's try it. I mean, here goes nothing, I guess. So we're gonna try and start it up and see what happens here, because it looks like I have power. Everything's got power on the inside because I can see the little blinking light in my stereo system. So let's see if this thing starts up, see what happens, you know, see if it's okay where it's at. There you go. May not be running great, but get some gas. Well, there's the start of the snorkel project. Now the battery's moved, I can put my airbox right. She's just running a little rough. She's cold, she hasn't been ran all day. But what it's telling me is now that it's started up, that everything's good. The wire's running okay. So I mean, like I said, she's running a little rough. She needs to be tuned, but the fact of the matter is that she started right up. So that battery's okay right there. It's not moving, no. I know it's a little janky, looks a little janky, but the battery hold downs will be changed. This is just temporary right now, so yeah, I'm happy. It works. Yeah. Let me see.